welcome to the show. This is Our Healthy Homes, where we explore the four pillars of a healthy home. We create a healthy life by strengthening your home's structure, the balance of your home's ecosystem, the vitality of your body, and the peace of your emotional and spiritual well-being. I'm Keith Hittner Sr., along with the lovely and talented Sheila Hittner. And each week we dive into practical tips, trusted wisdom, and inspiring conversations that help you build your home and your life that will thrive from the inside out. So this week I'm excited because we have Dr. Jack Stolfus is on the program. And we will be talking about getting the kids out of the basement.
Kick them to the curb.
And that whole transition process. And interesting conversations, huge problem in the country. A couple of books written about it. Just as a matter of introduction, Dr. Jack has written The Parents' Launch Code, Growing Apart, Letting Go of Our Young Adults, Can You Speak Millennial? Love to read that one. Loving to let go, loving our kids into adulthood. He's America's launch coach, and written much more than that. But today we're going to be talking basically about Parents' Launch Code. And here's the book. If you're looking at it, pick it up. It's on Amazon. Anywhere books are sold, go to Amazon, and they'll ship it right out to you. No problem at all. Sheila's got a bunch of stuff coming up here.
I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so before I get into that, though, because I feel like sometimes I've run out of time.
Yeah.
With the whole Tylenol thing that came out.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So for us, it's always wild to me that people are so afraid to put lavender on their skin, but they have no problems just grabbing an Advil, a Tylenol, whatever, right? When it's so different. So that yesterday you were making bacon.
Okay, so here's what happened.
I wasn't home.
Let me tell a story.
Okay,
so I'm
'cause I
making
wasn't
bacon.
home. Okay.
And I'm frying bacon up, and then I was going to have scrambled eggs. So I fry the bacon up, take the bacon out, put the scrambled eggs in the pan, put the lid on the pan because I'm just letting it cook, a bunch of cheese and some cream in there. And then I took the lid off, and I put the spatula in underneath to give them a little spin. And there must have been a little water or moisture or something on the spatula. And it just like, boom, popped, and I got a face full of hot grease. And, I was like panic city, so I didn't know what to do. It was burning like crazy. So I run over to where we got a bunch of oils on there. Of course, someone has pilfered the lavender. So there's no lavender there. And because we play musical chairs throughout the house of where the bottles of stuff is.
Yep.
Anyhow, but there was some lotion there, some Young Living lotion that has lavender in it. So I quickly just put that on my cheeks, under my nose and stuff like that, and immediately it felt better. And I did miss a spot, so I had this little blister under my nose that eventually I popped just because.
But then I got home, and right there was Copaiba, right?
Yep.
So there's many oils that can do many things.
Of course, I didn't know
and
that.
so, right.
You got to know about it.
That's what I help you
And that's
with.
why people take Tylenol, because they don't know.
Right. And that's why you have to reach out. But anyway, so I put the Copaiba all over your face, and I said, listen, if you do this a few times today, you're going to be fine tomorrow. Your face will be fine, And so.
And then last night
I did give you one last dose, at bedtime, and just like.
Of lavender.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
lavender. Yes, I did put lavender. I thought, okay, that'll help him sleep too, right? And so my point is that there are so many natural products and oils and stuff that you can use instead of all these toxic carcinogens, pesticides, toxins. All the body care products that have all of the parabens and the sodium lauryl sulfates. You're just bioaccumulating all those toxins in the body, and eventually something's going to give. It can't not, right? And and so I love helping you with that. Okay, and so I have this Fearless book. We're on books today, I guess. This is a Fearless book. It's a little handbook that will get you very comfortable with essential oils and why, and give you a few challenges. So text me 651-775-9194. Text me the word book. I will get that out to you. Obviously, I need your information to do that. So, my passion is to help us learn how to use natural products, and Young Living has such a wide range of essential oils, and love their farming practices, no pesticides, no herbicides, regenerative farming, all the things. I've been to 3 or 4 farms. We're going to one in Ecuador in November. I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to share that experience with you. But the point is that, if you don't know how to use the products, then yes, they're going to sit on the shelf,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there's so many ways to teach you now. There's books, there's Zooms, there's links, there's
In person.
PubMed.gov. Like there's just so many. There's apps. There's just so many ways for you to have the information that you need at your fingertips. And of course, we have monthly Zooms with our teams to educate you on the monthly samples that we give out, and so I just wanted to share your story,
Thank you.
right? Because I'm happy.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, yes, it is, right? Uh, and so I also wanted to give a little highlight
Mm.
on a couple of products. So I'm back to pickleball now. We're on 2 days a week that I'm
Mm-hmm.
back to pickleball, and so last week I survived 2 days that I played, and so we'll see how this week goes. But my saving grace products that I keep with me in my pickleball bag, my purse, is my Young Living Deep Relief Roll On, and so that is a combination of mint oils and it soothes the muscles, your aches and pains, relaxes your stressed nerves, soothes the joints and ligaments, reduces inflammation, and so much more. And then also our CBD muscle and joint roll on, and that is a full spectrum, and so it has the frankincense in it, and it's an essential oil blend of peppermint, eucalyptus, blue, Dorado, Zool, Idaho Grand Fir. If you could just fall into that bottle of Idaho Grand Fir. And who would have thought I would have loved the tree oils? Like that surprises me the most. But and so it's a combination of amazing things that support you. So with that, if you need to sample that, or you want more information on that, reach out to me. But I do keep those two with me at all times. And so one of the guys we're playing pickleball with, his top of his hand was hurting, and so I got something in my pickleball bag for you.
Oh.
Yep. So I rubbed it on, put it on, and
Mm-hmm.
then I gave him a little hand massage with it, which he wasn't expecting. Right? Jimmy's
Yeah.
hilarious. And so a little while later, he was in awe that his hand didn't hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Here, Jim, here's the bottle. Take the bottle." And so yesterday when I saw him, he said, I only have a little bit of that left. And I said, well, I know where you can get some more. So my point of that is that we we love to support you and help you get started and give you samples, and I understand that samples is important to people, right? Because they don't want to waste the money on something that they've wasted their money on other things and it hasn't
And
worked.
it
So
doesn't
they're
work.
tired
Yeah.
of doing
Right.
that, which I totally understand and get that. So I'm here to help you with that. The other thing is, I believe that deep down we all want to make an impact.
Sure we do.
We do, right? And so I seriously think that our world is filled with people that we know that are seeking wellness solutions, and
Mm-hmm.
it's going to happen even more as things just keep coming out. People are going to be like, well, maybe I should look at a natural option. And so when we get together and we learn and we share, and we help and we just mention something to people, that there is a wellness solution out there, that's a win-win for all of us, right? And you can get some commission and some little bonuses when you share with your peeps.
Free products.
So yeah, so reach out to me and let's help people that are struggling with their health and get them off those Advils like I was, the Advil junkie that I was. So which took down my liver. So you too can change your ways, and we'll be back.
We'll be right
after
back
this
with
break.
Dr. Jack on Our Healthy Homes. Thanks for sticking with us. You're listening to Our Healthy Homes, where structure, ecosystem, body, and spirit all come together for a happier home and a happier life. We're speaking with Dr. Jack. We're talking about getting the kids out of the house, essentially. And so my question,
Saving
which
marriages.
generation are we talking about? Are we talking about millennials, getting millennials out? Is that the generation that's
No,
stuck?
right now we're in the Gen Zs.
Okay,
'Cause
Gen
they're
Zs.
in that 18 to
And
29 bracket.
their parents are the millennials?
No, their
Okay.
parents would be Gen X's or Boomers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there a correlation between the size of the Gen X and the Boomers, like as that population has grown and become a large block, that we're seeing more of this? So is it the parents
Well,
doing
the
or
Boomer population segment of the population was the largest for a period of time,
right?
and then that changed with the Millennials.
Okay.
They became the largest segment of the population. Gen Z is a little less so. But I think I always think I'm in the Boomer generation, and I think we're the ones that started this overinvestment in the success and happiness of our kids, and I think that's carried on to the point where it's become even more extreme in terms of the investment of millennials and Gen Zs now, and being sure that your kids get all the best of this, and they're not unhappy, and they're not crying, or if they, if there's a consequence and they're upset, that's a terrible thing.
Right.
So we see more of that kind of thing going on
participation
right
trophies?
now.
Okay, so then in real estate, then two things come to my mind. First of all, there was a push for a while for multi-generational homes.
Yeah.
It was thought this is the great. We got to have multi-generational homes because they have that in other parts of the world, and it's a good thing. Well, that was for the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going into the nursing home, you could go into the mother-in-law apartment
Sure.
and stuff like that.
Sure.
Now it seems like the multi-generational home that we're seeing, the thought is when the kids graduate from college, they're going to have a place to go until they get established, which may be a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Is the way it's turning out, and I've heard all the excuses under the sun. Trust me, because they don't make enough money, they don't make this, but they're coming out of college and they're making $80,000 a year. That certainly is enough to buy a small property, but maybe not if you've got a new BMW and you play Warcraft all night long and you have a subscription to 6 different gaming platforms and your grocery bill is comprised of DoorDash receipts. That makes it a little tough. So I see, from my standpoint, just from hearing, I've had people actually sell their house and buy a smaller house that doesn't have room for their adult child
Because that's the only way for them to move it along.
because they don't want to have the conversation.
Yeah.
And it's easier for them to say, look, we're downsizing, we're going to retire, and we're buying a smaller property because we can't afford it, and you got to get a place of your own. Yeah, that seems to be, and they don't really. Quite a few of them, they didn't really want to move.
Yeah. Oh, I've had some couples with that exact situation saying that's what we're going to do. We don't know how to tell this son that he can't live here anymore, so we're going to get a smaller place. Oh, sorry, we don't have room for you at this point. So there is a little bit of trend toward multi-generational living right now. Usually you think of multi-generational living as 3 generations, so kids, parents, and grandparents. So that is starting to happen more, partly because maybe the grandparent has been there and now the kid's still there longer than normal. So it has shifted a little bit. And some of the economics, I think, are playing into a little bit of that too.
And it does make sense. I mean, we had Sheila's mother lived with us for a while, and it was fine. And the cost to have her go into a nursing facility or something like that was so outrageous that it's just cheaper to have her, here's her bedroom down the hall, and she makes dinner once in a while. It's fine, great.
Well, yeah, and the multi-generational home is more the model outside of the United States.
Mhm.
I did a podcast with a guy from India, and I was talking about how, when a young adult in our culture hits 24, 25, the parents, alarm bells go off, and the parents say, "Well, it's time for this person to get out of
Right.
here." And he said, "Well, in India, if your young adult is 24 and 25 not living at home, that's a problem."
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's a problem in India if they're not living at home. Why are they not living at home? Type of thing. So
So
They see that as abandoning the family somehow, or
yeah, it's just that culture.
Mhm.
20% of married couples are living in a multi-generational home too. So it's just the way that culture
one
is.
of the problems, as I see it, is our government and insurance companies and whatnot has kind of said 26 is it.
Mhm.
So you're on the dole. You can be on.
Oh,
You
like
can be
health
on the
insurance or something?
insurance. You can be on all this stuff until you're 26, and after 26, when you're 27, you should be off on your own. So you have. I moved out of the house when I was 18. I mean,
Yep,
I
me
graduated
too.
from high school and I was gone.
Gone.
And I had nothing. Not that there's any hard. I just couldn't wait to get out and be
Right.
on my
Sure.
own.
Right.
And I worked for my dad. I was going back and forth to work and all, but I wasn't living at home. Um, it seems like I know people now whose kids are 26 years old, 25 years old, still living at home, and they're using that while 26. That's when we're supposed to leave.
Mm.
Like that's when it's supposed to be now.
Yeah.
Are the are the numbers there like there's more females or more males that are in the home?
Well, yeah, you're bringing up a growing concern right now because there are more males
Mm-hmm.
that are in the home.
Mm-hmm.
There are more males. I mentioned about estrangement that is cut off from parents, and 1 in 4 young adults are cut off from parents. And
What do you mean by cut off?
they're not communicating at all with
Okay.
their parents.
1
They
in
have no
4
real-
are not
yeah.
communicating with their parents.
Yes.
1
By
in
choice.
4.
Yep, for a period of time.
Okay.
The good news is a lot of those reconnect,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
but for a period of time, for whatever reason, I want to show them I can do it on my own, or maybe I'm angry at them for
Okay.
pushing me out or whatever.
Yeah.
Cut off like that. Higher percentage of males than females. More estranged from fathers, but that's not necessarily males. That can be more females with that happening too. But it is a growing problem, and right now, males are four times more likely to die of suicide than females. The second leading cause of death is suicide for young adults.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the first is?
No.
Accidents.
Oh.
That includes fentanyl overdose,
Oh.
and then the third one is murder.
Mm.
That's what we're looking at, and that's a high male population. On the work and academic side, back in the 70s, it was 60% male, 40% female graduates or in
Okay.
school.
Mm-hmm.
Today, it's just reversed.
Right.
60% female, 40% male. I think an interesting statistic now is that there's a much higher percentage of females who are married in their 20s than males. So, well, how could that be if it's the same number of people?
Right.
Well, they're marrying
Older
30-year-olds.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the difference there. So, and when in the 20s they're getting paid more. It's a good thing for the females. I don't want to take anything away from the females because way too long there's been discrimination against females. But there's this tendency for males right now to be kind of lost and getting behind and losing some of their
Mojo.
Yeah, their mojo and their energy and stuff and confidence. And that doesn't bode well for females who are looking for males
Right.
like that.
Right. Right. Exactly.
I had a case working with this young woman, worked for Cargill, and she was quality manager, graduate, chemical engineer graduate, something like that. She's dating this guy in school or at work who's a high school graduate, and they're intimate, but she said, "I'd never marry him.
Mhm.
I'm not going to marry him." You know, why would I marry a high school? I want to marry somebody that's a
Right.
college graduate.
Mhm.
Right.
That kind of disparity is starting to happen more and
Oh,
more.
I bet
you look
it
on the
is.
dating apps,
Yes.
the pickings are not real good for women
Right.
looking for men, either. So,
So you're
Right.
saying I got a shot?
yeah. Okay. So death. Okay. So I just feel like maybe it's just what I watch and what I
Mhm.
hear. But okay. So one of the parents dies. Is that a high number of kids that are at home because the one parent that's left, now doesn't have the spouse and feels like they need the child there for them?
well, I don't know what percentage that might be where that's the case, where
Yeah.
somebody's died and they're staying home because
Specific situation.
either the young adult feels they need to be there for the
Mhm.
parent, or the parent feels they need to be there for them. But that's also true in a single parent divorce situation too,
Right.
where a son or daughter might stay longer because, hey, mom needs us or dad needs me or whatever.
Okay.
So
20 seconds. Coming up next on Our Healthy Homes, we're going to be continuing the conversation about booting the kids out of the basement and finding out what exactly it is that we can do and what kind of counseling we can give them. Our Healthy Homes. We'll be right back.
But when he calls me sugar, I love that man with all my might. Sugar in the morning, sugar in the afternoon. Sugar after dinner, sugar in every room. He says I'm sweet as I can be. When he calls me that name, it does things to me. I tell him, honey, you can call me sugar.